Welcome, everybody. This is the Ventura Center for Spiritual Living, if you didn't know when you stumbled down in here. So thank you for being here with us today. I'm Reverend Jennifer. I'm the assistant minister here. Our beloved Reverend Bonnie's taking the Sunday off. But we have a super bonus. We have the Venerable Kusala Bhikshu is our guest speaker today. And we have the amazing Kayla singing for us today, our own Disney princess. She sings like an angel. It's amazing. All right, so let's see. If you're the first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I met somebody back there, so everybody say hi to Tanner. No. Hey, he's game. I love it. I love it. We have welcome packets for you in the foyer or after service. And if you have any questions, ask somebody with a stole. And we have multiple color stoles, but the ones that have teal stoles are the ones that especially like to talk to people. So find one of them. They're our ambassadors, and they love to talk. So find one of them. Let's see. These are our normal, just every week announcements that I'm going to run through. If you'd like to volunteer, if you're just looking for a place to serve and you have like some spare time, please speak to our wonderful Bernie. She's going to put her hand up. She's our volunteer coordinator. Or again, anybody with a stole will help you find her. And we have lots of volunteer opportunities. Everything from introverted tech people, where's our tech people in the back, to our extroverted ambassadors, and everything in between. So we have something for everybody. If you like to sing and you want to be part of our choir, the choir rehearsal today is at 11:30, and it's going to be split up. Some people are going to be upstairs, some people are going to be downstairs. So ask the wonderful Mary Kerrigan where you go, and she'll help you get you sorted. But they're already doing Christmas songs. Yeah, it's coming. I'm sorry. The Christmas songs are fun, though. I like the Christmas music. So let's see. The third Wednesday Science and Spirituality Discussion Group, that will be next Wednesday, October 16th. And they are talking about the holographic universe. So if you're curious about that, talk to Mr. Pete there, and he can get you sorted. Let's see, I think that's all I have for before service, so we're going to talk about everything else after. So I'm going to invite Mr. Bill and all of the youth to come down, the youth that doesn't mind being on screen, if you guys want to come down. Kaya, do you want to come down? And Hawk, you come down? What else we got? Kennedy's in the house. Oh my gosh, look at this. Kennedy's one of our singers, so we always enjoy having her here. How have you been?
I look forward to singing again.
Yay.
I'm so glad to be back.
Yeah, nice. Let's have a seat. Huh? All right. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Bill Hadris with Youth and Family. And to start today, I'd like you all to look at these pictures behind me and think what they are. What do all these places have in common? Can you tell me?
Places of the world?
There are different places in the world, true. I heard somebody say it, they're all deserts. So what makes them deserts? Well, if you think about it, there is sand in some of them, but not all of them. Snow, not all of them. There's a lot of hands. I'm just going to tell you guys the answers, okay? It's dry. That's getting closer, yes. It's not what they have. It's what they lack. It's water. It is. Humans? Sometimes.
Little questionable about that Las Vegas part.
So, we're going to be lost in the desert. And if you think about it, there are many spiritual stories about being lost in the desert. The mystics behind me, I think if you think about it, every one of them has a spiritual story, if not multiple stories, about being lost in the desert. It's a common theme. But what really holds is a lack or being disconnected from source. They are missing the oneness. The people can no longer see or feel their connection to God. So how can we reconnect? Well, in the desert, a plant or a tree knows that there is water there. It's just underground, and they have to dig for it. People figured it out too. They dig wells. So, just like digging a well for water, we can look or dig within ourselves to find spirit. Look inside yourself and find things to be grateful for. So what do you guys think? You want to help everybody? I'll go around and give everybody a chance. What are you grateful for?
My grandma just got a new cat.
Cat.
My mom and my dad and everything.
There you go.
Mama.
Thank you.
Oh. My new hamster.
Oh, nice.
Hamsters.
My dog and my cat and my sister. And my mommy.
And your mom.
My dogs.
I don't know.
It's okay.
The beach.
Oh, the
Nice.
beach. Check it out. See how easy it is to go into that well and find things to be grateful for. It helps us reconnect with spirit. So I invite you all to repeat after me. I am grateful for my life.
I am grateful for my life,
And so it is.
and so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of God, I hold you in my arms. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bill. So our younger congregants go next door. For anybody who's new, they go next door and do all sorts of fun activities. Mr. Bill and all of their teachers. So now we're going to have Susan Burrell start out the sacred portion of the service with an invocation.
So as we begin, the other ministers and practitioners are standing in unity, in agreement with this word, with this thought, with this idea. And so taking a breath, we just drop into that deep, deep well of gratitude. That deep well that continues to replenish itself, and that well resides within each of us. It is the well of well-being, the well of unconditional love and acceptance. And as we start with that within each of us, we are able to fill up and then radiate it out to others. So knowing that we are in that gratitude place of wholeness, of oneness, of love, I celebrate this moment, this day, and this time together as we experience the sacred words that come through the talk, that come through the singing, that come through the hospitality that we share with each other each and every time we just simply remember we are one. And so with joy and gratitude, I release this word into the law of love, knowing it's done, knowing it's good, and together we say, and so it is.
And anchoring into that space, anchoring into that space of gratitude, anchoring into that space of truth, anchoring into that love that we have within. Settling into our space here, and with each breath, we remember the truth of who we are, and we anchor that in with our sacred chant, I am remembering. And grateful for this remembrance. Grateful to remember who we are in every breath. Grateful for this meditation. I invite everyone as you come back to this room to open our eyes, to be in love and in service with what is, as it is, and so it is. Thank you. We've got cake.
All right, I have to share this. I'm chuckling a little inside because I'm given the theme ahead of time to try to choose songs that coincide with the message that you're being heard on the particular day that I come and sing. And I almost chose Dig a Little Deeper from Princess and the Frog. I almost did. And that was perfect for the youth message, wasn't it? So close. But anyway, the song I did choose for my first one is called Hold On, and it's from the musical Secret Garden. Does anyone know the story or read the book? So this musical was created in the early mid-90s, and it follows the story of little Mary as she moves to England abruptly after her parents have sadly passed away in India. And she is, in her way, everyone in the house is grieving for something in a way. And she is trying to find the light through it all. But it is definitely a difficult journey and struggle because people grieve in different ways. So in order for everyone to find peace, they have to struggle and suffer a little bit. It's part of the process. So one of the chambermaids that works in the house gives her this encouraging message to just hang in there, keep working through it, and peace will follow. What you've got to do is finish what you have begun. I don't know just how, but it's not over till you've won. When you see the storm is coming, see the lightning part the sky, there's no place to run, there's terror in your eyes. What you do then is remember this old thing you heard me say. It's the storm, not you, that's bound to blow away. Hold on to someone standing by. Hold on, don't even ask how long or why. Child, hold on to what you know is true. Hold on till you get through. Child, oh child, hold on. When you feel your heart is pounding, feel the devil's at your door, there's no place to hide, you're frozen to the floor. What you do then is you force yourself to wake up and you say, it's this dream, not me, that's bound to go away. Hold on, the night will soon be by. Hold on, until there's nothing left to try. Child, hold on, there's angels on their way. Hold on and hear them say, child, oh child, and it doesn't even matter. Through the danger and the doom comes from up above or down below, or just comes flying at you from across the room. When you see a man who's raging and he's jealous and he fears that you've walked through walls he's hid behind for years, what you do then is you tell yourself to wait it out and say, it's this day, not me, that's bound to blow away. Child, hold on, it's this day, not you, that's bound to go
Okay. Good to be here today in Ventura. It's really nice and cloudy out there, and it's cool. It feels so good. It feels like fall, actually. You know? So today I'm going to talk about wisdom. What a great topic. It's rare in the world we live in. Wisdom is something that's often looked at in Buddhism as being one of the most important aspects besides practice. But the practice leads to wisdom. And the Buddha rediscovered this kind of wisdom, which allows us to understand the life we live, the ups and downs. And there are three parts to Buddhist wisdom. The first part is everything changes. Man, that's the worst part. Because you just get used to something and then it's different, including yourself. The second part is life is ultimately unsatisfactory. Now, I don't know if you've experienced that, but if you live long enough, you will. And third, we are not who we think we are. Not self. Now, back in the time of the Buddha, before they had self, they had soul. And the Buddha said, you are not the soul. You may not even have one. And people freak out. No, I have one. I like my soul. It stands apart. It doesn't change. It's my connection to the ultimate reality. How could I not have that? Well, what the Buddha found was, rather than being independent, we are codependent. We are interconnected and interdependent with everything all the time. There's nothing in us that stands apart. And now, because of psychology and psychiatry, we have self. Man, the self is so powerful. It directs our life for us. It tells us who we are and what to do next. It defends us. It defends its own reality. But it's not really real. It's just sort of like a process that happens. You know, and we have like form and sensation and perception and volition and consciousness, the 5 aggregates in Buddhism, and those things combine to give us the illusion of self-existence. Self-existence. And I like Marlon Brando. You know, he said, you know, I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. And we all want to be somebody. But there's nobody to be. We are measured not by who we think we are measured by what we do. That makes a difference in the world. You know, and people think, well, you know, it's the thought that counts. No, it doesn't. It's the activity. We need to do something. That makes a difference. Just having a thought, what is that? You know, it's just things happening in your brain. And they're not necessarily related to anything out there in any real way. But we like to think that's the case. There was a wonderful cartoon, 2 people meditating, a man and a woman. And then they had this sort of balloon above each character so you could see what they're thinking. And the man was thinking, who am I? Who am I? And the woman sitting next to him was thinking, I wonder who he is. I wonder who he is. There you go, you know. And as we progress through our life and mature and evolve, we keep becoming all these different people. It's really freaky. You look at your 5th grade class photo and you say, who the hell is that? What happened to him? And then we're high school and college, and then we get a career or we work and we do this and we do that and join organizations and go to church, and all those people are different, but they are aspects of who we think we are. They do make a difference to us. And hopefully, as we age and get more knowledgeable about all of that kind of stuff, we are less inclined to think that we count. We are less inclined to think that we need to make a difference. Our life is the difference. Our life, our interaction. I like that idea. It means I don't have to try so hard. I just need to wake up in the morning, have that first cup of coffee, and get ready to see what it's going to be. What kind of day will today be? Will it be fact-filled or fantasy-filled? Will I have a lot to do or nothing to do? Will I have to create it, or will it create me? How much fun is that? And we never know what tomorrow is going to bring. We only have in our life one day. That's it. One day keeps changing into the next day. But it's not the next day. It's the same day, but it's different. That's all. And we project ourselves into the future and say, one of these days I'm going to... No, it doesn't work like that. It's today. If you want to do it 10 years from now, start today. They say, but we need to think about the future. When I go to the grocery store, there's so many things to think about and pick and choose. I need to make a list. Yes, of course. But when you're making that list, you're making it right now, today. And when you make it to the grocery store, you're in the grocery store right now, today, reading that list. That's what it's called. It's called preparing for the future in the present moment of today. So who is there? Well, nobody really. But you know what? That's less to defend. It's less to define. Who are you? I have no idea. Doesn't that bother you? No, it gives me freedom. It means I can be anything I want to be. I'm not restricted into who I think I am. But other people think you're that person. Well, that's their delusion, not mine. Then we come to life's unsatisfactoriness. Man, it always turns out to be a little less than it could be. I don't care. You know, when it's humid outside and it's a little hot and you're working on your hair and it's just not doing what you want it to do, and you go, you know what? Kusala said, life's unsatisfactory. I look in the mirror. What do I see? I see hair that won't do anything I want it to do. It's not good. I look in the mirror and I say, your hair looks great, Kusala. So we got the little stuff to worry about, and we got the big stuff to worry about, like our existence. Our existence creates a lot of unsatisfactoriness. Why? Because we are no longer connected. We have been disconnected. It was important and it was necessary to be disconnected from the world, okay? And why is that? Because we need to survive. Now, I take care of cats, and one of the cats just had some kittens, and they're just wonderful. They jump and they roll over and they have so much energy. But after a while, Mom stopped feeding them. And they would come and try to nurse a little bit, and Mom would, no, eat the cat food. Kusala brings the cat food every day, eat his food. And I'm looking at that, and I see it's just sort of a way of letting go of the little guys. That she has to prepare them to be alone in this giant universe of ours. And our mothers sort of did the same thing. You know, though they spent more time with us than the cat spends with the kittens. Mine, 18 years. She nursed me along and encouraged me and told me what to do and, more importantly, what not to do, which I did anyway. And then about 18, she said, you know, it's time for you to go. Really, Mom? Yes, I'm sorry, but you need to have your own life. Wow, okay. So it took me a couple years to let go and find an apartment and find a job and find a car. I mean, it didn't happen overnight, but then I was sort of like I'd go visit my family. And they were always happy to see me the first couple days. How are you? You're looking good. By the way, when's your plane ticket? You know, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah. So then you get that first job and the second job and the third job, and you just go, wow, will it ever end? No, it doesn't end. You just keep working and hoping and working and hoping, and then you say, you know, if only I had this, if only I had that, but you never get this or that. And you just feel a little, oh, it could be better. It's never perfect. Sometimes it's good enough. Good enough is great. because that means it's not really bad, it's not really good, and when it changes, you won't mind so much. It'll be okay. So this underlying discomfort of existence, the Buddha talked about a great deal. And then we come to the third, which is called impermanence, change. None of us want to let go. We hold on. It's too important to let go. But if we can't let go, the next thing doesn't happen. So we have to do it. Now, I live in downtown Los Angeles, Koreatown. Man, it is noisy and loud all the time. I don't care what time of day or night it is. There are sirens, sometimes 3 a day, sometimes 15 a day. The sirens happen at night too. So I was reading Thich Nhat Hanh, and Thich Nhat Hanh said, in our monastery, oftentimes during the day, we'll ring the bell. And when the bell is rung, everybody stops doing what they do, stands there, and comes to their breath, going in and going out, going in and going out. Well, we have a bell at the center, rarely rung, and I thought to myself, this sounds like a great practice. What can I use to continually bring myself into the present moment? And then it dawned on me, the sirens. I'll use the sirens. Every time I hear a siren, I'll go to my breath. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And 20 minutes later, 50 minutes later, 2 hours later, the next siren. Another chance to practice. Breathing in, breathing out. Before, I used to be angry at the sirens. Now they become part of my practice. That I am able to find a way to get in the present moment experience of my breath throughout the day using the sirens as my practice. How cool is that? That I turned anger into gratitude. Ooh, Kusala. And then I thought to myself, we can also use the sirens as emergency impermanence. Yeah, something happened unexpectedly. We need first responders. It's changed. There's a fire. There was no fire there yesterday. There's a fire there today. We need the first responders. It changed. Earthquake. It changed. Hurricane. It changed. Those first responders are out there all the time dealing with the impermanence of living on this planet that's just revolving around the sun, minding its own business. And then it drives us crazy because we expect things to stay the same. We don't want it to change. It's a beautiful day today. It may not be tomorrow. Will that be okay with you? Can you let go of the beautiful day? Yeah, I suppose. Southern California, we have a lot of beautiful days. Nome, Alaska, maybe not so much. But yeah, I can let it go. Okay, what else can you let go of? Well, how about that person's name that you've never been able to remember? Is it okay to let go of feeling guilty about that? And just say to yourself, I don't care anymore. I'll just say hi, and that'll be good enough. They will think I know who they are. So letting go becomes an important practice for all of us. Because as we start to age, we let go of physical comfort and put up with physical discomfort. We let go of 20/20 vision, of hearing really good. We let go of a lot of things. Some of us have to let go of chocolate because our system doesn't want to accept it anymore. How bad is that? Can you let go of chocolate? I don't know. It's always on sale at Vons, chocolate. I don't know. And then as we get older and older, have you noticed how many people are dying lately? Man. And the weird part is they're all from the baby boomer generation. All these stars and celebrities and musicians, people that you never thought would die, and they're dying. Can you let go of them? And then you've got parents and you've got pets who die all the time. 10 years, 12 years, you feel lucky to have them for 12 years. They're your best friend. They never criticize you. They never say thank you, but they never criticize you. And then little Billy goes, and you go, oh, the Rainbow Bridge. What a wonderful thought that is. But no, he's just dead. And you just go, oh, man. And then it's our turn. Now, I don't know if you thought about your turn, but that's part of the impermanence of being on this planet, that nothing lives forever. It can't. Can you imagine the chaos if nothing died? And we just kept getting birth and growth and growth, and all of a sudden, not 8 billion people, we'd have trillions of people. Nothing to eat, no good water to drink, so we have to make room for the next folks who are getting ready to come here. And it's our turn to let go. And I like to think of my meditation practice is the practice of letting go. So when I sit down and come to the sensation of breath, I start to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And once my mind is finally fixed on the sensation of breath, I let go of the counting and simply rest with a sensation. And the thoughts don't come very often. Sometimes little thoughts in the background are happening, but most of the time it's just a sensation of breath. Sensation of breath. And what am I doing? Literally, what I'm doing is I'm letting go of everything for 20 minutes. I'm practicing. Okay, how does it feel to let go of everything for 20 minutes? But the cell phone just rang. No, let go of the cell phone. The football game's on. Football, 20 minutes, you can do it. My knee really hurts. No, don't worry. You'll walk again. Come on. 20 minutes, let go. And what happens? There's a certain sense of freedom in letting go. You don't have to be in control any longer. And it doesn't control you any longer. And you rest in the peace of the present moment. And then when it's time for us to say goodbye, we can rest in the peace of the present moment because we've been practicing letting go of everything forever. And then the next great adventure starts. If you're a Buddhist, we're talking rebirth, man. Maybe France. That sounds good. I'd like that. And if you're not a Buddhist, you probably got heaven. And that's cool, though that's forever. That's a really long time. And there's other options after we let go of this lifetime. This is not the end. This death gives us a new beginning. Yeah, cool. Okay, I like that thought. But then there you are, UCLA Medical Center, surrounded by family and friends. Don't go. Don't go. Can I have your golf clubs? So we need quiet. Turn off the TV. Friends and relatives, other room, please. I've got some important business to do right now. I gotta let go, man. I gotta let go. And there you go. So these three aspects of Buddhist wisdom, impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and not self, allow us to look at the world in a much different way and gain some new insights into what it means to be alive and human, in control and not in control. I thank you all for showing up today. It's really a pleasure for me to be able to come here out of LA and say thank you.
Thank you, Kusala. Kusala is available after service in the social hall if you want to chat about stuff, and he brought some of his books to share at the bookstore. So if you want more Kusala, of course we all want more Kusala. We're going to anchor the message right now with a prayer. So just taking a deep breath in. And remembering that we only have this one moment to know that God is all there is in everything as everything. One infinite intelligence, one ultimate observer. I know that as God is in everything as everything, I know that God speaks this word through the self of Jennifer in this moment, but also as itself. This word of blessing, this word of truth, this word of love. I know that the message today has planted a seed of love and acceptance in every single heart that's heard it. And I know that that seed goes out and ripples out into our neighborhood, out into our town, out into our state, out into the world. That this love and kindness and acceptance known in this moment shifts and changes the world into a kinder, more accepting place. I know that this gift blesses everyone, not just the people that said yes to the center today, but everyone that worships in temples, mosques, ashrams, gurdwaras, people who worship in the ocean as surfers, people who worship in forests, people who worship watching the NFL football on Sundays, people who call us on Sundays. They are all a blessing. They are all experiencing this life right now in this truth. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for this remembrance. Thank you for this truth. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you for this life. Thank you to God. And I release this word into the universal law, and together we say, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you. We've got Miss Bernie today to help us with the offering. So if you want to volunteer, this is the person to talk to. She's our board volunteer coordinator, right?
Yeah, I'm bored.
Oh, you're bored.
I've let go, you know. Thank you, Kusala. And Kylie?
Kayla.
Close. So close. I was going, Kayla. Thank you.
You let go of having to know her name.
I did. I have let go. And I've let go of all of you, but that's not true. Because, you know, I see you. I hear you. And I believe in each of you. And that's what the message, I'm supposed to let go, but I know that's the truth for me.
Very good.
So we're going to do the affirmation as there it shows
There
up.
you go.
So this is the affirmation for giving. And it's that place where you get to drop into your heart and hear that message of, how am I fed spiritually? And we give from that place of either our talent, our time, or our treasure. And if you can be with that space for just a moment, we'll take a moment of pause. No sirens, but we're going to take a moment of pause and think about that. And then we will say this affirmation together. We trust in spirit.
Love is the giver and receiver of all that we are. We offer these gifts.
It is an outer expression of our inner abundance and compassion. Our gifts bless many and return to us multiplied in miraculous ways so that we may give again. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to practice something right now. Okay. Sometimes it can be difficult to balance doing something for work and something that brings you passion and joy. So that last note of my previous song was not as satisfactory as I would have liked it to be. It's not very satisfactory. But sitting down there, I realized that it was from a place of love because I was so into the song. And any of you that have known me here for a little while have known that I have been working through my anxieties as a performer. And so the fact that I was so grounded and in it, that's the gratitude we're going to take from that. And I'm going to let that go now. And so it is. We were having a chat right before service, and when I told him the second song I was going to sing, he was like, "Oh, that's perfect." So here's a little Beatles for you guys. Yeah, I know, right? Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Feel free to join in. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's all right. It's all right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Kayla. And we're going to have Miss Kim Bryson come up and tell us about her class that's starting tomorrow evening.
So here's a thought. What do you think the average lifespan was in the Roman Empire? 27. The average lifespan in 1900? 47. The average lifespan today is somewhere in the mid to later 70s, pushing into the 80s and 90s. Many people are living vitally that long. So that's the first thought. The second thought is this. Believe this. Every one of us was born into life with a script. It was carefully written for us by our primal caregivers, our family, our peers, and the cultural narrative. And it was largely about hustling for worthiness through acquiring things and proving ourselves. And many of us dutifully followed that script. And that's on them. So the question is, what do we do with this unique period of time where we have an additional lifetime? We have 25 or 30 more years to live. Is it wash and repeat? I don't think so. I think the first half of life is learning what the rules are, but the second half of life is about breaking them. Especially the societal mindset that says that midlife is boring and uninspired. And that's a choice. But here's another choice. Midlife is about robust change. It's about gathering up all the pieces of ourselves that we gave away to be the perfect son and wife and daughter and employee and everything to frickin' everybody. This is about authoring the script and being the director and the actor in your brilliant sequel. I don't know about you, but my give a crap list has gotten a whole lot shorter. And my why not list has gotten a whole lot longer. This is a time when you get to lean in with playfulness, curiosity, and wonder. And that's backed up by a lifetime now of wisdom, lived experience, authenticity, and empowerment. You get to define what this next chapter of your remarkable life is going to be all about. And unrestrained by the have-tos, empowered by attitude, resilience, optimism, and joy. Let's face it, life is unpredictable. We may have 3 months, 3 years, or 30 years. But what's important is how alive and awake and free we are in this moment. This class is about dedicating this time to enhanced alignment, to personal joy, to creative expression, about becoming the person that you were always meant to be. Because one day it clicks and you realize what's important and what isn't. You learn to care a lot less about what other people think of you and what you think of you. You refuse to give your identity and your power away to a number called your age. You realize how far you've come in life. You remember a time when you thought life was such a mess that it would never turn out, and you smile and think, you're truly proud of yourself now because you've become the person you've always fought to be. This class is about celebrating aliveness. We're going to go into brain science. We're going to go into remarkable new research. And we're going to look at busting the myths that the societal myth has set up for us about what this period of time of life looks like. Believe me, it's not about breaking down the set, closing the curtains, and turning off the lights. This is a time about rocking out and making this the absolute best part of your life. I hope that you'll join me in this great adventure. The priceless pricing is the charge. There's a $10 fee. Class starts tomorrow. And if you are considering signing up, please do so today because I'm putting the last of the notebooks together tonight. Thank you.
So if you'd like to sign up for Kim's class or any of the other classes I'm going to talk about, or if you want to know anything about that's going on at the service, everything is on our website, www.venturacsl.org. And we also have a weekly newsletter that comes out on Fridays. Then you can sign up for that on the website or using this QR code. And so all of these announcements come out every Friday if you miss a Sunday. So let's go through some of these announcements really quick. After service, everybody in here, we got snacks and we got treats. We got coffee and cookies and I don't know what else in there. You have to ask we call it prasad. Our hospitality team is called prasad. So go talk to them and they'll get you sorted. If you're at home, go make yourself some coffee. Let's see. Other things that are coming up this week. This Wednesday, October 9th, we have a Red Cross blood drive downstairs. It's going to be in Martha's Hall. They'll start in the morning. There's a blood shortage. There's a national blood shortage. And, we see all of these things on TV. And how can we help? If you're able to donate blood, I really encourage you to do so. If you don't want to do it with the Red Cross, there's other blood donation centers in town. But if you want a convenient one, we have one downstairs on Wednesday, October 9th. And just a little shout out, the Red Cross has a program that if we hit our numbers, they give us a $100 Amazon gift card. So I wasn't going to say it, but I use it to buy things like new tablecloths and prasad. So if you like the new tablecloths and things, it's just a nice little bonus that we get for hitting our numbers downstairs. So it's a good thing. Let's see. Best Day Ever workshop is coming up. We got Miss Shelley Ehler in the house again for a workshop after service next Sunday. Her workshops are amazing, and this one is going to help you make a program and a system for yourself that works in the morning that helps you make every day your best day ever. So if you're curious, Shelley's in the house. She can wave Shelley. You can talk to her, or you can look on our website or sign up in the social hall for the workshop. That workshop does have a fee of $50, but if that seems a little steep, talk to me or talk to Shelley and we'll get you sorted. We have a membership information class on October 14th that's going to be on Zoom. That'll be hosted by Reverend Bonnie and myself. If you're interested in becoming a member or just curious about what being a member means or just want to spend an hour with me and Reverend Bonnie, let me know and we'll get you set up with the Zoom link. Another class that's coming up is called Powering Your Decisions. It's facilitated by me. It's based on the old Charles Barker book, The Power of Decision. All of these books are power, decision, power. But so it's an old Charles Barker book. He was one of the first people to study with Ernest Holmes and to start centers. And so he has a slightly different take. But so it's based on his old book, and we're bringing it into a modern time. So this is it's a little bit longer. It's 8 weeks. It's an 8-week course, but it's going to be really, really good on clearing away all that noise and being able to really focus on what you want, how you want it, and then being clear and confident in the decisions that you make instead of just kind of flitting around like I did for the first 40 years of my life. So, so that's going to be a great class. It's priceless pricing. It's in person on Thursday evenings or on Zoom on Friday during the morning. We have practitioners that will be down here right after service, but may migrate to the back of the sanctuary. If you want a prayer with a practitioner, you want something that you want to anchor into, or you want to talk to a practitioner, they're here to pray with you. They love to pray with people, and it's a great thing if you're celebrating something, if you're, like I said, working through something. Practitioners are fantastic people to talk to. And if you're at home already, you can do it now. And everybody else in here, if you're on the socials, like and share us, and if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe so that you get any notifications of any new live streams. So our services are live streamed on YouTube. They're live streamed sometimes on our website, and then they were live streamed on Facebook. So if you can't make it here on a Sunday, you can always check in with us. So with that, we are going to anchor this day with our closing affirmation. All right, are we all ready? Take a deep breath in. With kindness, today we choose to be love, to share love, to serve love. Thank you for our lives. And so it is. And so it is. Namaste, everyone.